Hello. This is the second episode of my little podcast that I don't have a name for yet and that I'm not really sure how to technically do correctly. But sorry, I've been MIA. I've been in Wadapalooza and then I had influenza. But I'm really excited to introduce you to my second guest because he is super, super awesome. He is arguably the best male in Western North Carolina. He's a coach at Hard Exercise Works, and he's just super humble and super awesome. So Carey, thanks for being with me today. I kind of just want to talk about how awesome you are. So actually we were talking a little bit before this, and so what place were you in our region last year in the Open?
I think it's 40, it's like 46.
Amazing. Let me be you. This is your year.
Yeah, you finished. Yeah. You finished high too.
Yeah, not as high as you, but still really, really high. So Carey is super, super athletic, and you just got back from Texas, right?
Just got back from Texas.
Like, what were you doing there? Tell us a little about
it's
that.
called the FitX Experience, a little competition we do every year down there.
And you had to qualify, right?
Had to qualify if you wanted to be in the elite level.
Which you were.
Division. Yeah, I made it.
And?
Came in fifth.
Fifth place.
Fifth place.
Like, out of people that you see on ESPN, because I'm sure people ask you all the time, like, what is CrossFit? Like, I don't really understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, when I talk about the Open, and people watching this may not understand that either, but he was competing against guys who were on, you would see on ESPN if you saw CrossFit on there, and he got fifth. Ah! Will you sign my hand?
Yeah.
Yes, you're so awesome. So how did you start CrossFit? Like, what is your background?
So I grew up playing a lot of sports in
Yeah.
high school, but I didn't know what CrossFit was. My mom dragged me into a gym one day when I was home from college on break. And I actually did CrossFit for like a few months, and I still didn't know like what I was actually doing CrossFit. I just thought I was doing a bunch of crazy hard workouts.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually took me a few months to realize that it's like a sport, like competition and stuff. So yeah, it was actually my mom that brought me in one day. She'd been going for a few months, and she'd always talk about it every day, and I decided to try it.
You just stuck with it? Stuck
with it.
How many years have you been doing it?
Probably about 4 now. 4 to 4.5 years.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I saw you, I'd heard your name before just because a lot of people that I work with go to Hard Exercise Works and had you as a coach. And I don't know if you follow like women CrossFitters, but men, I like mostly follow women. So when I heard about you, I was like, oh, okay. But then I saw your River Ruckus, and I really got to see like how awesome of an athlete you are. And I'm still impressed by you. Like, congrats on all your accomplishments. But the thing I really noticed about you is how humble you are. And it's just like so amazing to me. And I was just curious because you throw some heavy weight around. Like, do you ever doubt yourself or feel scared or anything like that?
I doubt myself quite a bit. It's
Yeah.
probably been my biggest problem competing, especially starting to get into higher level against a lot of better athletes, is doubting myself. I really doubt myself going into this weekend just because all the big names that were out there. But I'm really trying to focus on myself. Not really focusing on what other people do, just kind of competing against me and myself while I'm out there. So,
That's great. Yeah, and look, you proved yourself. You're just as good. I think it's scary because we see all these people, because I did an elite competition last year for the first time, and it's like all these people that I've always kind of like watched on TV or on Instagram, and then they're like literally right next to me, and I'm like, oh, this isn't right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so crazy. So like, what do you tell yourself when like doubt creeps in? Like, how do you deal with it?
Honestly, like if I'm out competing and it starts to creep in, I just try not to look at what other guys are doing during the workout, how far they are ahead of me or behind me. I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
And kind of, watch other people to see what they were doing. I used to compare myself to people a lot, like on Instagram and stuff, when they post their videos. But
I like that you can admit that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we all do it, and someone like you, I look at you and I think, okay, he's amazing. Like, he would never look around, but it's really awesome that you're super honest and can say that you deal with it too.
Yeah. I do
So,
it a lot, so it's getting better.
Clearly.
I don't really
That's
get on social media anymore. Kind of cut social media out for the most part.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's interesting to hear you say that too, because I listened to a TED Talk recently that was talking about, even though like you are on social media or whatever, and you think you're enjoying what you're looking at, you're subconsciously, it's super negative, and basically you're like waking up already in defense mode. Like, I got to be better than this. I got to do this today. So, have you seen a positive effect
I've
from
seen
that?
a big positive effect. I'm not as serious anymore, in training and stuff. I'm like,
it's for fun.
Starting to have a lot more fun doing it. Just focusing on myself. Made a lot of new friends in the past year or so.
Yeah. Look, I met you.
Yeah.
I actually didn't ever think I've ever met you before this past year, so that's really cool. I mean, I knew of you, but it's cool that we got to meet or whatever. So what do you do when you're not CrossFitting?
I'm not CrossFitting. I'm just hanging out with the bros at the house.
Okay.
It's me and 3 other guys.
Oh, cool.
We just hang out.
So it is a bro sesh. Guns?
Yeah, shoot a lot of guns.
You're like,
just hang out.
I've never shot a
Have
gun.
a good time. You ever shot a gun?
Yeah, recently my roommate got a shotgun, and it's like really big, and it was like jolting him back, and I was really scared because I didn't want to hurt my shoulder for the open. But I'd like to shoot a little one someday. But that's cool.
Yeah.
So do you take rest days and take time off?
I usually go. I usually rest about twice a week. I go 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off.
Oh, cool.
Kind of like that.
And you're kind of training multiple times per day?
Usually it's 2 times a day. I go early in the morning and then late at night. I work a lot during the day, so I don't really have much time to do like really long training sessions or train like all day like you see a lot of people doing. But
just intensity mostly?
Yeah, mostly. I really focus on intensity, no more than like an hour at a time.
Mm-hmm. What's your nutrition like? A lot of guys seem to eat a lot of ice cream. Like, is that you?
I hate ice cream.
Okay, all right. He doesn't like ice cream.
I hate ice cream.
Crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't really like ice cream. I love cupcakes. They're my thing. So, do you eat veggies? What do you like? Or do you eat what you want? Like how you feel? Is that what you eat?
Actually, it's probably bad, but I really don't eat any vegetables at all.
Wow.
I usually just eat meat and potatoes.
All right. Well, that's something. It's still, your healthy carbs and protein. It's not like you're just eating tacos every day of your life. No, tacos are not bad. I meant like Taco Bell tacos. Yeah. Because I love me some tacos. Yeah, occasionally. It's just all in moderation. So that's kind of my next thing. You're a coach at Hard Exercise Works. So obviously not everyone's goals are like ours to make regionals and get to the next level. A lot of people just kind of want to get fit, which is amazing. So what do you tell people who are kind of scared of CrossFit or boot camp or whatever? Like, how do you get them to keep coming back?
I think the good thing about CrossFit is that all the movements you do are, modifiable, scalable. So a lot of people aren't gonna be able to come in and do, a bunch of, full snatches or pull-ups, muscle-ups, stuff like that. So it's really good to be able to modify that and then see them progress, over the months or years of them staying with it, and eventually they'll get there. But it's really good to be able to kind of scale it back or even scale it up for some of the better athletes that are in there, do that. So I think that's why CrossFit is so good for getting people fit, is that it's anybody can do it, any age, no matter what your skill level is.
Anybody can do it. A lot of people always look at me and they're like, I can't do that stuff.
Yeah.
And they always say, I can't flip tires. I'm like, why do people think that we're just flipping tires constantly? Like, I mean, very rarely do we flip tires, but if we need to, like, help somebody out with their tires, we can do it. But yeah, I like what you said, like you can scale it, and it's always it's a journey. Like fitness is a journey anyways, because I don't know about you, but a lot of times I feel like every day I'm kind of like, why am I doing this? I kind of want to give up. And I think a lot of people, like, what would you say to that? Like people who, just the average community, that they want to give up after a week because it's hard.
I think you need to find good, accountable people to train with. That's helped me a lot. I used to train a lot by myself, and there was a lot of weeks where I just didn't want to do anything at all. But over the past year, I've met a lot of really good athletes that hold me accountable. We work out together, and keep each other, motivated, stuff like that. So I think it's really important to find a good community of people. To kind of hold you accountable, keep you motivated.
Yeah, and so people who are kind of scared to go to the gym for the first time, because I actually am kind of social, but I was really scared when my mom bought me a Groupon for CrossFit. it is really good to just get out of your comfort zone and maybe say hi to someone, or, like Carey's a coach, just walk up and introduce yourself. He doesn't bite. I don't think he hasn't bit me yet during this podcast. So, just to kind of, like you said, have that accountability, so you can text the person, hey, are you okay? Why are you not showing up to class? Things like that, even if your journey is the why, or hiking or whatever, to be fit. Health is my platform. Obviously CrossFit is my life, but health is my true platform. So I've been reading this book called Tribe of Mentors, which is really cool, and he asks 11 questions to like the most successful people in the world. And one of the questions that he asks, so I'm stealing it, but I'm not like saying it's my idea, it's Tim Ferriss's idea: what is your favorite failure?
Favorite failure?
If you have one, and how did you learn from it?
Favorite failure. I'm really bad at. It's actually, we have a joke going. I always come in second place at all these competitions.
I noticed you post that on your captions.
Yep. So,
number 2 again.
Number 2, I come in second place a lot, and I think that's kind of motivated me, pushed me this past year to better myself. It's always like I was right there, at the cusp of, being on top or getting to where I wanted to be. But I think it's really helped my mental game. I've been really focusing a lot on mental rather than physical the past 6 to 12 months. So that's kind of like there's a joke. A lot of people joke about it, but it really bothered me at first, but
it motivated
me to train harder.
It's so interesting that you said that. So I'm reading this book just because I think you can attest that most of the sport is mental. I mean, I feel the same way. So I've been mental training this past year more than physical, actually. And there was a quote, and I can't remember what it was, but it's like, I think it was, you would know because it's like a sports quote, not CrossFit. And it's just like, the game is like 90% mental, 10% physical. It's like everything is between the ears. And I think that's with life too.
It is.
Like your work, your relationships, it's all perspective. Like you can go into the day thinking, this sucks, I don't want to work. Like, who wants to work or whatever. So when you say mental training, because I know it's hard to just wake up and be like, it's a ray of sunshine. What have you been doing for that? Have you been reading, or what have you been doing?
I've read a little bit over the past year, but I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately.
Me too. That's why I decided to do this.
I've been listening to Bergeron's podcast a lot. I read his book.
Oh my gosh, why is he the best?
So
See, he inspired me.
He's the best.
He's the best.
I'm doing a lot of that lately. I've been forcing myself to step out of my comfort zone, force myself to wake up earlier.
Have you done it?
I have, yeah.
I haven't been able to do it yet. You need to hold me accountable.
So I've been forcing myself to wake up earlier to train, stay later,
The extra work, the extra mile.
Yep.
This is proof right here that the extra mile can work. Did you do the open before last year?
I did not. I was hurt the year before.
Okay.
I had a broken wrist.
That'll stop you.
So I wanted to do it the year before, but I didn't get to. So last year was my first year doing it.
Well, that's awesome. That's cool that we read the same stuff. That's actually what inspired me to do this.
Yeah.
I don't even know if anyone will listen, but I don't care, because it's cool to know people's journeys. So if you had any advice for anyone, or anything you want to leave anyone with, what would it be?
Just have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Don't be scared to try something new. Step out of your comfort zone. But just the biggest thing over the past year was just, I was really serious before. It really honestly brought me down, because I really I focus on the wrong things. But just have fun with it. Meet good people, hang around good people that will help you, challenge you, hold you accountable, but also encourage you and support you. And just have fun.
Well, I know a lot of people support you and enjoy following you, and I know I do. So I really hope that regionals this year.
Maybe.
It's the goal.
We'll see if I can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Be good.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you. It's
so
fun.
If you guys have any questions for Carey, because he's super awesome. He's stepping back from social media, but I'm sure he'd be helpful to answer. So thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.